If you don't know what a Scotch egg is, or a Scotty, it is a perfectly soft-boiled egg wrapped in some country sausage, breaded and deep fried. But originally back in the 1900s in Scotland, it was actually wrapped in fish paste. But don't worry, we don't have fish paste here, guys, today. We're gonna be sticking with some country sausage. So in today's episode of Register for Dinner, I'll be teaching you how I make the perfect Scotch egg. So stay tuned. If you're new to Register for Dinner, go ahead and subscribe to our channel down below, hit that little notification bell, and you too can join the RFD gang. Now let's get started. The very first step in preparing your Scotties or Scotch eggs is cooking the perfect soft-boiled egg. Now, a soft-boiled egg is not a hard-boiled egg because the yolk is still runny, which in my opinion is crucial to a delicious Scotch egg. So on the stove behind me, I have a pot of water that I'm bringing up just before boil, and that is crucial. You don't want to bring it to a full boil, but then once it brings up to just about a boil, drop your eggs in there and cook it for about 6 minutes if you want a runnier egg, or 7 minutes or if you want a less runny egg. So let's go ahead and get started. While your eggs are on your stove soft boiling, it's time to get ready with your country sausage. Now this is country sausage or breakfast sausage, so this doesn't only have to be used for Scotch eggs. This can be perfect for a breakfast sandwich or just with some scrambled eggs in the morning. So in order to do this, it's very easy. You're going to want to use your spices. So in this bowl, I have half a teaspoon of each, and that is going to be ground coriander, rubbed sage, whole black pepper, and a little bit of crushed red pepper for some heat. And I'm going to take about, I would say, 2 teaspoons of salt. And then just get down and dirty and mix this all up with your hands. And the sage is probably the most key ingredient in making breakfast sausage. It just adds that wonderful flavor that you need whenever, honestly, whenever you think of like Jimmy Dean sausage, they use a lot of sage. Oh, and if I didn't mention, I have 2 pounds of ground pork in this mixing bowl. All right, this is perfect. You're gonna wanna sit this and let this rest for about a half hour or so to let those flavors develop. And now we just wait for the eggs. Alright guys, now that your soft-boiled eggs are done, I went ahead and set them in an ice bath, and very delicately I peeled them because they are extremely delicate. As you can see in this camera, some of them are not the prettiest looking eggs in the world, but hey, who cares? You're gonna wrap them in sausage and deep fry them anyway. So with that being said, it's time to assemble the Scotch egg. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my country sausage, and I'm gonna take, I would say, probably like 1/4 pound of sausage, just enough that you cover the egg fully. So I'm gonna take about 1/4 pound for now. I may add a little bit more. And I'm gonna take one of my soft-boiled eggs, sit it right in the center, and you're just gonna start to want to basically make it disappear within the sausage. So yeah, I'm gonna add just a little bit more on top, and then maybe just take a little bit out. You're just gonna wanna play a little bit with it. Make sure that it's nicely enclosed so that none of that egg seeps through. And you don't want to burst the yolk inside the air fryer, otherwise you're going to have a big mess and mom's not going to be happy. And these are some good size Scotch eggs. So next, after that, you're going to place it in your flour dredge, which I have about, I would say, 2 cups of flour that is lightly seasoned with salt and pepper. Cover it all up. Place it into your egg wash, which is 2 eggs and a little bit of water whisked together. Okay, and then into some breadcrumbs. Just enough so that's completely covered. All right, and there you have the perfect Scotch egg. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of these, and then we'll toss them into our air fryer. The time has finally come to deep fry your Scotch eggs or Scotties. So I have my deep fryer set to about 375, but I honestly want to maintain a temperature of around 350 to 360. So I put it at 375 with anticipation that the temperature of the oil will drop when I place my Scotch eggs in the deep fryer. So without further ado, take a look at the size of these things. These things are gargantuan, so they are definitely going to be filling for the family. So I'm going to ever so gently take my Scotch egg, place it on a wire basket, and lower it into your deep fryer. And I have it filled with about 3 inches or so of oil. And you're going to want to keep these going for about 6 to 7 minutes, or until the outside is nice and golden brown and delicious. So after about 6 or 7 minutes, your Scotch eggs should look like these. They are very hot. So I'm gonna let these bad boys cool for a little bit, but every good Scotch egg needs a sauce. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take about half a cup of some Duke's mayonnaise. Any mayonnaise will do just fine, but as you know, I'm a Duke's fan. Slap that into your food processor. I'm gonna use a whole can of smoked chipotle peppers with the sauce and about 1/3 cup of some syrup. Now you can use maple syrup. I don't have any, but I have some pancake syrup. It's virtually the same stuff. Put your lid on and you're gonna wanna puree this. Moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we have the perfect Scotch egg. Oh, and it is, in fact, perfect. Look at that runny yolk. Pair that with a side of some maple chipotle aioli, and you got yourself quite the appetizer or a meal. And just like that, guys, you have the perfect Scotty or Scotch egg with a nice soft-boiled egg in the center. But you know this wouldn't be a true episode of Register for Dinner if we didn't get that crunch factor. So let's have a taste. And this chipotle sauce smells and looks delicious. Not quite the crunch factor, but the flavor profile is outstanding. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sebastian Register, and this is Register for Dinner. If you enjoyed today's video and can't wait for us to cook something else up, make sure you smash that like button, comment below, and subscribe. But until next time, stay hungry, my friends.